This is the worst sales advice I ever got in my career doing sales, meaning I sold cars for 11 years and I've been in real estate for 16. So, worst advice I've gotten in 27 years. And actually, besides being the worst advice, it's also been the worst advice for personal relationships. So, a lot of times we hear to relate to the customer and to build rapport by sharing something about us that is similar to what that person is saying. So, for example, if the person is telling us an issue they're dealing with, and like, okay, so this is sort of an extreme example, and the person is talking about them having cancer or something like that. In the past, like the training I got was to relate to that person by saying, I'm so sorry that's happened with you. My relative or friend or family member also has that, and this is what happened, and this is what they did to resolve it. And what happens is we think we do that with the best of intentions, but the problem is it takes away from the story. So we want to be so good and give the best advice we can. We are not listening to them. So typically in real life, when someone is speaking, unfortunately, this is how humans are. When someone is talking to someone, and just maybe even this is happening right now while you're listening to me, um, what's in someone's mind is instead of listening to what that person is saying, we are thinking of ways of thinking of things actually what we can say back and how it relates to us or how they understand instead of just listening. So when someone speaks with you, just listen to them. Don't think of what you're going to say. Don't think of relating to them, because what happens is, so that example about the cancer, if someone is telling you about the situation that they have, how they're dealing with cancer, or a buyer telling you about some issue they had, or seller, or even just a personal friend or relative telling you a situation that they're dealing with, if instead of letting them finish telling us exactly what's going on and asking them questions to get them more engaged about what they're saying, if instead we tell them and we share how this situation has affected us, what happens a lot of times is we never go back to what that person is saying, and all that information that they wanted to share that was important to them, we get off track and we lose that. So the best advice I can give you is when someone is telling you something, instead of trying to create rapport by sharing an example that we have with them, instead listen to them, ask them questions, but ask them the right questions. Ask them questions where they get to talk about it more. And don't even be so concerned about asking questions. Just listen, because if you listen enough, they'll feel heard. They'll feel heard more. And by feeling heard more, I don't know if you guys can relate to this. You have a friend, and that friend, all you do is listen, and they talk and talk and talk, and they tell you you're such a great friend, and all you did was listen. And the reason that's the case is because probably, and I'm just going to make up a stat, probably 95% of the people don't listen. They talk about how they're going to help you, or they want to make it about themselves. So if you could try this with your friend or family member or your clients, just try to do this. And I still struggle with it, because a lot of times when these people are speaking with me, I have to tell myself, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, because I'm not that great at it. But by telling myself that, they're not hearing me say that. It would be sort of funny if they did. But by doing that, it's made me a better person with my family, with my friends, and with my clients. Still need to work on it a bit, but try doing that and let me know how it goes for you. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Take care.